Hello, I am Annie Paisley, and you have reached my YouTube channel, Annie Paisley Intuitive Tarot. Now, this is a special time in which we may look beyond the influences of the world that we see around us. In many traditions, the month of October and early November mark a time in which we honor our ancestors. In this series of videos, I will be drawing 4 different cards from 4 different decks for each sign of the zodiac. This video, we will focus on the sign of Gemini. So if your sun, your moon, or your rising sign fall in Gemini, follow along with me in this video. Let us begin. So Gemini, what do we have for the sign of Gemini? The twins. Okay, cosmic twins, let's take a look. Gemini, Gemini. And so we have a card for the sign of Gemini. From our first deck, the Tarot of the Moon Garden. Very beautiful, fanciful deck. The card that I've pulled from this deck for you, Gemini, is the Knight of Staves. Get a good look there, and I will explain this to you as I see it. Now, what I am seeing here for you, Geminis, is that you are really charged up, and I feel like your passions are really flying around right now. You are just wanting to do it all. You're just wanting to do it all, and you feel like what you're doing is just, it's gotta work. It's gotta work. You're putting your all into it. Full steam ahead. This is your quest. So let's see. The next card that we're going to pull for you will be from the Froud Fairies. Let's play with some fairies for you, Geminis. Fairies for Gemini. Fairies for the sign of Gemini. For the sign of Gemini. So here's the card that I've pulled from the Froud Fairies for the sign of Gemini this month. And we're looking at here are the oak men. These are the ancient tree men. They have the knowledge of the ancestors, as we were speaking of earlier. This is a time in which you may be thinking about your ancestors. You may be thinking about certain ancestral paths that, keep you or bring you more closer in connection to the earth around you. The way that you have established yourself in life, how that has been influenced by the roots of your ancestors. So let's look at your next card, which will come from the Oracle of Eros. A little bit of love and romance here for you Geminis. Love and romance for you Geminis. Geminis. Let's see what you got in this way. Gemini romance. Okay, wow. What we are seeing here for you is the card play. Now, what is play saying here? It is saying that romance, love, attractions, we are a playful species. When we go into these things, it is just kind of wired into us that we will assume certain roles. But if you don't take these roles too overly serious, you can have a lot of fun in this way. So play with it. Don't get too serious. Just play. Have a good time. So in our final card, we're going to be drawing one from the Alex Gray Sacred Mirrors Oracle. Gemini. Sign of Gemini. There is a card. So we've got our card for you Geminis. And what we're looking at here is the viscera. Here is the meditation. There seems to be pain and fear in your eyes, or maybe you're a fearless seer having transcended eyelids. The nudity of your entrails repels, intrigues, and ennobles, castrated and peeled open the snake-like quality of the digestive system, the tree-like nature of the lungs, the liver, symbol of purification and strength, looks like a giant slug. Flayed man, thou art the naked brain of a convoluted mind and the raw guts of emotion. Reflection, vulnerability. So Gemini, what I see here is that you are feeling vulnerable. You are feeling like you don't want to do that. You don't want to be exposed because you're putting a lot of your energy into things. You're really getting yourself out there. You're on your personal crusades for whatever it is that you believe in. And when it comes to your romance stuff, you're quite serious about things. You're being very, whether you are attached or unattached, you're being very kind of like just taking things maybe a bit too seriously, not having fun with them. So you need to look back to your ancestors so that you can get a full sense of who you are, get secure in who you are and rooted in who you are, and not be afraid to show who you are in all of your imperfections, to just be opened and vulnerable. So that is my reading concluded for the sign of Gemini. If you have liked this reading and you would like to get a more detailed personal reading, please feel free to contact me, Annie paisleywitch at Gmail. You can also follow me on Facebook and on Twitter and on Instagram. So you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. Blessings to you, Gemini.